6-9 method, in which you write what you want as if it has already happened, and you start 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night, and you write it every day. Or the 5-5-5 method, where you write things out 5 times, write it 5 times, and then just continue to write it like that. In general, what you're doing is you're changing your vibrational frequency. Now, so much of our life is about what we attract and more of how we are interpreting life. And I think that within the spiritual community, especially the community that manifests, let's change the conversation from attracts, because then people always pop up and say weird things like, did someone attracted this negative thing happening to them? And let's switch the conversation to be able to say how we are perceiving and our perceptions of life, okay? And with that conversation, it's more of expanding the dialogue to say, how do we gear our interpretation of the world? Do you lean more optimistic? Do you lean more pessimistic? And typically people will lean more pessimistic if they've had exposure to trauma that has not been resolved, or they have faced abuse, or just numerous things, because that is the reality that they've lived. And typically a person can lean more optimistic if they were much more insulated, maybe much more protected in their society or protected in their home. And so the way that you perceive life can also lend a hand into how you go about your day each and every day. If you wake up in the morning like, oh, I'm ready to take on life, you're more than likely to discover new things to take on. But if you kind of are wearing the weight of the world on your shoulder, it's much harder to be optimistic, and you see how that cycle happens. So one who is optimistic could say, oh, simply the answer is optimism, and the one who is more pessimistic could say, but what about all these external factors? And both of them lend to the full scope of what's going on. So I'm a strong believer in healing as a collective, healing the community, and healing the self. And with all the conversations of intersectional issues, systemic issues, and human rights issues, that is giving us an opportunity to look at the environment and to call it for what it is. And then on an individual or personal level, we can look at our own ability to be able to manifest the life that we want. They can happen at the same time. I say this all the time. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. We can be healing the collective for a more diverse and inclusive world, and at the same time be calling out systemic things that are no longer serving us. We can also manifest the life that we want, and also understand that some do not have access to the same access you have, or even to the knowledge of how, because most of our world as an individual is here. A lot of the magic in these magical concepts, it feels like it's outside of us. It feels like it's the crystal. It feels like it's the spray. It feels like it's the herb. It feels like it's all of these things, but it is inside of you. That's where it's really at. And we use these things as tools, reminders, or based on their vibrational principles, things that activate aspects or reminds the internal. But you don't need this. You don't need any of this stuff. You only need you. You have the power, and it starts really with training your mind. You do that through your channeling, through your meditation, through your practicing of manifesting and creating the environment, the vibrational environment that you want. And I know that that's a lot to put on you, but it's a good question to ask. How has your March been going? Go ahead and tell me in the comment section, and be honest. It's okay. Whether it's been going really well or nothing's happened, or it say it